Well, it's week 2. Congrats on wrapping up last week, the first week of our 6-week small group series. Again, we're so proud of you. We're so thankful for each of you. As you have your groups, if there are some really great things that are going on in your group, we would love to know those so we could celebrate those with you. And at the same time, know that if you're having a hard time with the discussion in your group, or maybe having a hard time leading an individual, let your campus teams know, because our goal in all of this is to be the best support that we can be for you as you serve as a host for the small group. And so let us know how we can serve you and how we can celebrate with you. This week we're talking about the Bible. And again, every week we're hoping that we can send people home with just a simple statement that they can remember, that the discussion and the videos and the teaching on Sundays and Saturdays can point to just a simple truth that they can remember. And so this week, it's if you want to grow, apply what you know. If you want to grow, apply what you know. This week as we talk about the Bible is one of those things that a lot of people have a lot of different opinions about. And quite a few people have some pretty decent exposure to. But if you ask people why they do or why they don't read the Bible, I can guess that in your groups this week, you're going to have some times or some people that might share that they've tried reading the Bible in the past, or they used to read the Bible, but they really had a hard time understanding it. They had a hard time figuring out how it applied to their life today. And so, again, if you want to grow, apply what you know. And so what we're going to encourage you to do, and how to handle some of those conversations, is remind them that it's not necessarily too hard to understand the Bible or to read it, but it takes consistency and it takes repetition. Think about when you work out in a gym. Bit by bit, we grow our muscles. It's not, you don't go from beer belly to six-pack overnight. It takes time, it takes multiple disciplines, and it takes consistency in order to find the definition and to find the strength that we want. And so when it comes to our spiritual strength, and when it comes to really learning how to gain understanding and insight from the Bible, it just takes time and repetition and consistency. We mentioned last week that we have an awesome serving opportunity coming up. We Love Our City on February 10th. And it is time now for you and your small group to identify which project you're going to do. And so if you haven't done so already, spend some time looking at your campus-specific website and look at the list of serving opportunities that are on there. Again, different opportunities for all ages and stages. If you've got a group that have kids in it, we want to see families serving together. And so find the right serving opportunity for the demographic of your group, as well as something that might be close in to different passions that everybody has. Our hope is that through that serving project, that people that have never served before might be able to identify some gifts, passions, and skills that might have gone untapped for a long time, or maybe even passions that they never knew that they even had. So early on in a small group, it can be really awkward because you might have some people that have known each other before, but more than likely you've got some new faces in there. And so what that can lead to is some really awkward silence, especially in the first few weeks of a small group. Know that awkward silence doesn't mean that you're doing a bad job as a leader. It just means that people don't know each other yet, and it takes time, and again, it takes consistency too, to build trust and to build a safe place for people that they feel like they can be authentic and they can say potentially what might be the wrong thing or something that is a little bit confusing. And so it takes time to build trust. But some great things for you, if you're noticing some of that awkward silence, start your time before you even get into discussion questions, just asking a simple question that would be great common ground for everybody in the group. Like, hey, share something big, share your best moment from the past week, whether for them as an individual or something great that happened to their family. That's going to get, it'll break through some of the walls. People will get comfortable sharing what's going on. Another thing you can do is simply go first. If you're asking a question that you know that members of your group might be hesitant to share about, lead out. Go ahead and share your answer to that question. Now keep in mind, if you have a perfectly articulated response to what something might be, that might cause a little bit of insecurity in somebody else before they share, but just be real. The more vulnerable you are, the more vulnerable the rest of your group is going to be. And then as people share in your group, thank them for sharing, affirm them, let them know how thankful you are that they were willing to open up, and then use the response that they gave as a point to leverage responses in other people. Something along the lines of, hey, so they just said that this is what they think about this. Does anybody else have a similar idea about that? Or maybe a different viewpoint on that. Just a simple way to use the vulnerability of somebody else to create openness in another member of your group. Again, we're so thankful for you guys. We're so proud of the yes that you gave to be a part of this 6-week group. If there's anything we can do for you, let us know. We'll see you soon.